Have you ever thought about how some mean or evil people are just doing so well and you, the innocent person, is still struggling? You know why that happens? Most of the time, people don't realize that you've given up your God given right to do whatever you need to do. You kind of forget that you're a part of God, you're part of the source. You know what I mean? And if you think about it, you have more power than some of these evil people running around. Now you see criminals and crime people, they just go out and they do whatever they think because you know what? In their head, they're thinking, I gotta go get that. I am about to go get that. I'm gonna do whatever. And it sounds kind of sick if you think about it, right? But in the background, in their head, they're like, yeah, I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. And then you're still struggling because you never ever decided to do what they're doing. They're telling themselves already, I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. What if you woke up one day and said, enough is enough. It's time for me to shine. I've got to make a difference. I've got to change. I've got to do this. I got to change my outlook on life. I've got to quit listening to drama, reading drama, hearing about drama. I've got to be careful about hearing what these people are saying about me and how I fit in that bubble or out of that bubble and not to concern myself with something that is false. Think about that. This is why most people who are doing well are getting ahead in life. It's because they simply don't listen to the noise. They don't care. They're done. They're like, I'm not dealing with this mess anymore. And criminals, evil people, they know they've got the upper hand because they've gotten away with one thing, they've gotten away with another, and they keep doing it because God has given us all the power to do what we want. And some of us have forgotten that. Why is that? Because sometimes the world will feed you information in your head and will let you know and will tell you every day you can't do something. It's a fear-based thing that we're living in every single day. Everybody's living in fear for some reason. Why is that? We don't take the time to tell ourselves over and over again, we're going to have issues. We're going to have problems. We're going to mess up. But it's okay because we have the free will, the power to do what we want to do. Somewhere down the line, we've been programmed to believe that we can only achieve this and we can never get to here because mom and daddy was here, grandpa and grandma was here, so you get a little bit extra from mom and daddy. And some people call that a generational curse. And that sticks with a ton of family. You're talking about people who have been on drugs. Their family bloodline has been on drugs. And then all of a sudden you're born and they see it. And that's all they know because that's all they've been hanging around. They don't know there's anything different out there for them in the world. And Lord, let me tell you something. They continue to do it over and over again. Are you listening to me? You should be like, yeah. And it doesn't necessarily have to be drugs. It could be anything. It could be that, your grandma built this building out here in the field years ago. And this is how we live. We can't get any better than this. Why? Shouldn't we start asking questions? Why? And as we have young ones growing up, young ones, they should not be fed that same stuff that they actually were fed themselves. Let me give you an example. And this is for my black people because you might have some, let me take that away because most people understand this whole scenario here. Your grandma cooked this perfect ham. It was the best ham ever. And she had this smallest pot that she cooked it in. It was the only pot that she cooked it in. And for years, people were trying to figure out, how did she make that ham? Watch the notion here. How did she make that ham? And it's like, oh, grandma had that one special ham. I wish I could find it, but I can't find that special ham because it's not on the market anymore. They don't sell it in that type of pan anymore. And before you know it, we can't make ham like grandma anymore because that recipe is gone. Although all you had to do was get pineapples, brown sugar, and cook the ham for about an hour on 250 degrees. Maybe make your glaze. And then you find the source. You ask, why was grandma's ham so great? Why was she cooking it in that small little pan? And some of you already know where I'm going with this. And think about it. The only reason why grandma cooked that ham in that small little pan is because, wait for it, here's the kicker. It was the only pan that she had to cook it in. Come on! Are you serious? It's the truth. And all this time, you've been looking for that same pan that grandma had, and you don't even need that pan. You got 10 times bigger pans than grandma ever had that could fit 2 hams in. And you've been looking for the wrong pan this whole time. Folks, this is what I'm talking about. You have the same information, the free will to do whatever you need to do to achieve in life and make your life better. It's just that you have been fed a certain part of information that is so wrong, or you're listening to it, and it's causing you not to move forward. What if you thought to yourself every day, I'm part of the source. Think about that for a second. Don't matter what religion you are, you're part of the source because you are. I already said that in the beginning. I am connected to God. Think about that. Regardless of what you are, you're connected to somebody who created all this, right? You have the power to do anything. You know, when I was younger, teaching my children how to do gymnastics and teaching kids, on these elite teams, it's just amazing what these children are doing these days. And these kids, you're talking about 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds doing flips in the air and landing on the ground on their feet. I wouldn't call that magic. I would call that a blessing. 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds are flying in the air, 10 feet in the air, flipping 2 different times, twisting and landing on their feet. How is that possible? I'm going to tell you right now. Not only gymnastics, you have young kids that are shooting free throws, hitting balls with baseball, making soccer moves. How is this possible? Because somewhere down the line, somebody said, this is what you're going to do. This is what's possible. And guess what? They didn't have one saying, no one telling them, you can't do that. You can't achieve that. No one ever said that to them. Ever. You see, that's the problem with us older people. We get in this old mentality. Oh, I'm too old to learn that. Oh, they're going to get rid of my job. I don't have time to learn. Why? Tell me why. Why are you giving up? Just why? Is this a wake-up call for most of us? Is it time for us to start using our God-given powers and quit laying down? I think it is. So, my friends, with that being said, if this touched you, if this made you shake your head a couple of times, go ahead, let me know. What have you been told in the past you couldn't do and you proved to them? Or what are you working on right now and need help with a little love and boost? Because I try to answer all my comments. If I can give you a little extra push to move to that finish line, I'm sure there's a lot of great people inside this comments in this video. Even if I only have 10 views, that's all that matters. I need a few people to watch this because you need to hear this. I get it all the time. I love it when some of my people are like, man, I'm so glad I found this channel. Because let me tell you, I am going to be a 1 million subscriber holder on this channel, and I'm going to be one of the best positive platforms on YouTube. Is this going to happen? Because right now, all that negative stuff is outbeating me. It's killing me. But I ain't giving up because I already know I'm here for a mission. I'm here because I see it in the comments. People are like, man, this is so great. This made me smile. That even when I do my reactions to my shorts, I'm doing that for a reason because I know you've probably had a bad day or someone's had a bad day. They wanted to give up. They probably have some bad children. Then they see some good children. They're laughing. And they're like, okay, they're just being a kid. I might need to redirect. Or it could be, oh, man, I just feel like I'm about to give. I got these bills that's going to be. Yeah, we're all going to have bills. But how can you get set up for the next thing? Anyway, if you love these videos, go ahead and comment, man. There's people in this community right now, great people, that's going to stand by you. They're going to stand by you. One more thing. Last night, a buddy of mine has a YouTube channel, and I knew he was going to start at 8 o'clock. He's probably watching this. And I called him because, he reaches out to me every week. I try my best to reach back out to him. And I used to reach out to everybody every Friday, and I quit doing that. I need to start doing that again. But I reached out to him purposely, and I said, hey, man, I know you about to start, but are you ready? You said your affirmations. Are you going to get going? And let me tell you, I watched every minute of his live stream last night, and it was a whole different. Dude was on fire. He was pumped. And it wasn't because of me. It was because I asked him if he was ready, and he realized I'm ready. He was ready, on fire. And if you have people out there that you know you can push to the next level, go ahead and do it, fam. Don't you sit back on the sidelines. They need you. Even if you think they're successful and they're doing well, still give them that extra because no one ever tells those people who are sacrificing, we got kids working 3 jobs, we're getting things. No one ever tells them, I'm proud of you. And if that's you, I am proud of you.